He works with Scorsese. He works with Coppola. He works with Bernardo Bertolucci. All right. Then he works with Sergio Leone, and it's just like, I mean, who didn't he work with? Who was, a trailblazer at that time, at the complete forefront of what was going on. There's a poeticness and a beauty about the film. Yet, the film probably presents the most vicious group of gangsters that maybe I've ever seen until just recently in like these South Central LA movies. I mean, these four guys are about as cold-blooded and brutal as any gangsters ever portrayed in films.
Any problem?
No trouble. Kid stuff.
And when they kill, it's very cold and brutal. It's just like, boom, a shot to the face, before the guy even has a chance to think twice about it, all right? And laugh as they drive away. He's got the most cold-blooded, homicidal, almost psychopathic gangsters ever. Yet, the weight of what they're doing never rests completely in your heart. The fact that you walk away talking about how beautiful the film is and how poetic the film is and how lyrical the film is and how moving the film is, it's an incredible testament to Sergio Leone's canvas.
Can I take that for you, sir? Your limousine is waiting.
What's interesting in De Niro's work in Once Upon a Time in America is the low-keyness of his performance. It's modest. He never goes for the super big effects in Once Upon a Time in America, but he gets them.
I took your money. I took your girl. All I left for you was 35 years of grief over having killed me. Now why don't you shoot?
If you could find any staple in De Niro's work that happens when he's great, is how he changes but what the director has to have this in mind and has to shape a sequence around this. But how he can make you feel completely contradictory to the information that is given you. When he finally has his big date with Elizabeth McGovern and buys out the restaurant and sets up this big romantic meal, and that sequence is romantic.
You said you wanted a place by the ocean, so I had it open. It was closed for the season. All these tables are for 2 people. Pick whatever one you want.
They walk on the beach, and it's incredibly romantic. And then when he gets in the car with her, and then he tries to rape her. Again, similar to Taxi Driver, he just can't, okay, I've done all this for you. Now give me what I earned.
No,
Me and Tim Roth were sitting in a bar, and we were talking about Harvey Keitel. We were De Niro'd out by that time. How where Harvey, we never get tired of seeing him. We run to the theaters to see him. At the time that we were talking about this, we noted that Backdraft had been playing for 4 weeks, and we still hadn't seen it. Now, the idea that in the 70s, a De Niro movie would have opened and have played 4 weeks, and neither me nor Tim would have seen it, would have been inconceivable. It would have been unthinkable. We would have run to see the film on the opening day in the 70s and in the early 80s. All right? And now we were kind of taking a laissez-faire attitude, and eventually I saw it. But I mean, but you see what I'm talking about here. All right? That's not saying that De Niro hasn't not done good work in the 80s, but there's a vitality to it that seems to be missing working on numerous projects. At some point, he made a decision. Now, there's been a lot of rumors that, by starting the Tribeca building and everything, that he needed to make a lot of money to make these investments in this restaurant and this big complex work. He needed to have a lot of influx of money. So all of a sudden, De Niro started working a lot. After going through almost 10, close to 15 years, being very selective in his work, he did 2 movies coming out every year. All right, sometimes 3. All right, and you know, this one is good, and that one is not as good as that one, and this one is bad, and this one is really good, you know. But it's, you know, the care in the work is not there anymore. Harvey is taking the edgy film. He's taking, you know, he's being in The Bad Lieutenant and risking being indulgent. Risking showing his ass in a movie. You know, risking being bad. He's risking being bad in that movie. He's risking going too far. And he does go too far. And I'm not talking about morally. I'm talking about just in the way he does it. Harvey needs to go too far in that movie. He needs to almost make you embarrassed at what he's doing, you know, as a character and sometimes as a performance, as an actor. I would really like to see De Niro follow the path that Harvey's following now with The Piano and with The Bad Lieutenant and with Reservoir Dogs. You've never seen Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in a movie together. Well, you know, the anticipation of that would be so tremendous. No movie could almost live up, you know, to, like, you know, to Robert De Niro and Al Pacino doing a movie together, or Robert De Niro and Harvey Keitel coming back together again, doing something. What movie would that be that could hold them? He has spent 20 years building one of the most remarkable careers any actor has ever had. All right, so if he were to, you know, if you know, if he were to die tonight, you know, that's how he would be remembered.
You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Oh, yeah? Huh? Okay.